Hello everyone and welcome, my name is Andrew Can and together we can game. In the last episode of Can Play the Stanley Parable, we made our way through a bunch of different games, and in this episode we're going to continue moving forward. I asked you guys for some suggestions of what I should do, and I got a lot of them in the last video, so thank you so much. Moving forward, we are going to be playing the Stanley Parable,
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
following the narrator's instructions to a T
Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace
of his co-workers. It feels so good to be back in the Stanley Parable. I love this game quite a bit. The humor's amazing, and I've also had some suggestions of other games the same developer and creators have made, so I'm going to be looking into those. If you want me to play them, leave a comment saying so, but right now let's just focus on the Stanley Parable. Now, I've been told to try to open door 430, but I think I missed that opportunity. So I'll try to do that later. So I'm going to follow basically everything the narrator says. I've been giving very specific instructions.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he
went to the door on the left. Can't open 413. I do like the fact that we see, and I keep commenting on this, but it is cool. Like, this game is very well thought out, and I'm happy it exists.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
That's what I'm hoping for. The broom closet. Memories. Sorry.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Time to go upstairs? Now, I also found out in the previous episode that they actually had the rights, and that Valve was so impressed with the recreation of Portal, that's how they were able to use it. I think that's amazing. Okay, can I go into the executive bathroom? Not this time. Okay. See if I can go here. Nope.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad,
I love
Stanley
that.
happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Amazing.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Moving forward, let's go to the newly opened passageway. I'm really excited to see what's going to happen following just the kind of steps I'm going. So now we're going to go down here, because I've seen a lot of what this game has to offer, and you all know it's amazing. This game is one of my favorite games probably ever, just because of it takes such a simple concept of control and really kind of doesn't give it to you, but in the same way it does. The illusion of control is there, and they have that illusion very well.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Even this statement.
Why did he feel this now, when for years
It had
never
never
occurred
occurred
to him? This
Oh.
question would not go unanswered for long.
Well, basically, from what I know, is a lot of times people become complacent in a
Stanley walked
job.
straight ahead through the large door that read
Mind control facility. Escape. Yeah, let's go to the mind control facility again. Alright, here we are. Time to turn on the lights that stop
lights
us.
rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Television.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
We all know Stanley's got the strength. Let's go, everyone. Doo-doo-doo. I do love this room, though. But it's so creepy to wonder if a lot of corporations do this kind of thing.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
Well, let's see
Their
what's in
true
door
nature
430.
revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers.
Huh.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Yeah, that's kind of what happens when you work for a major corporation. Your freedom means nothing. Some would say freedom's not a good option if if you know what I mean. Anyway, let's quickly select this.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had
Fired.
Stanley been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Possibly. Up
No.
we go.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Possibly.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Would I? Well, if you couldn't guess, I got a comment to turn on the mind control, so let's see.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the control, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
Uh-oh.
I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Oh, God.
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me.
Okay.
What all this means, I barely know where to start.
Okay, there are a lot of
You'd like to know
keypads.
where your co-workers are. A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly
What happened to the coworkers?
I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
Jesus.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I
don't know
hate
what
to see
the-
it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go around
I hit
will be
5.
even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with
2.
it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock.
What the hell?
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh,
5
dear
and
me,
2.
What's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
1.
I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything,
Or this
something
door.
here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Goodbye, employee
Take a
427.
look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle.
Let me know what you're supposed to do in this room, because I have no idea.
No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life.
Alright, guys, it was great.
Until the moment
It was a
I
great
say,
year.
happily ever after.
What? What? Oh my gosh. That was emotional. Okay, so turning on my control kills us.
Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. I suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Count with me.
I have
10,
to say, I'm still not feeling the
11,
satisfaction of witnessing
13,
true effort for a noble cause.
14,
Perhaps
15,
50 clicks will do.
16,
Yes, almost
17,
certainly
18,
50 clicks.
19, 20, 50 clicks. 21. I hope this is right. I have no idea. He's probably going to set me on a goose chase.
No, I'm still not feeling it.
I want this.
I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Okay. 20 clicks, door 417. This may not be right at all, but 4. I know this must be the most riveting commentary. But and obviously, visually.
Oh, great.
It's incredible.
Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Okay. We're just gonna follow the narrator at this point. On 437.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10
What the
clicks
crap?
or so.
415, 10 clicks or so. How many clicks do I have to do, honestly? This was also suggested, and this is what you guys wanted to see. I hope
Now, back
it's
to door
riveting.
number 437.
Okay. Back to door 437. Let's do it.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
The copy machine.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
He's so evil. I love him for it.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk. Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
What? Even? Okay.
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
His excitement is like, what? Okay, back to the copy machine.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430!
1, 2.
Oh, wow. That's
Achievement unlocked. Click on door 435
You've earned
times.
it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago you believed an achievement was worth
Wow.
little clicks.
I
Really now, what were you thinking?
I don't even know. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna go now. I really was in what? I'm at a loss, honestly.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
That
entered the door
was
on his
way more than I bargained for, but amazing all the same. The best achievement I think I've ever gotten.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and
got back on
coming to a
track.
staircase.
I love how we're
Stanley
just cutting
walked
off the
upstairs
narrator at
to
this
his
point.
boss's office.
Maybe now I can do other things in the boss's office. Come on, I want to go in here. Yes! Yes! The executive bathroom! Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes, if the boss suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. What? Executive bathroom. Time magazine with an actual clock. Like how there's soap and whatnot. Huh. Oh, now I've seen what the executive bathroom is. Well, does that mean I can go in these doors now? I can! Huh. Business strategy. Murdering pandas. Got it. Indoors monthly graphs. What's in here? Huh. Where are we going now? Elevator music. This episode has been interesting. I've literally just been running around, basically like a chicken without my head on, multiple times. So I hope this is the riveting commentary and gameplay you came for. What is this, actually? Oh. I have no idea where this is going. Let's see where this... Does this have any purpose? Recommendation from Oversight Committee. Short history of... I hear the narrator humming. I don't know how long I'm supposed to be in here for. The music is jamming. The freaking narrator singing along. I don't know where we're going. I don't think we're actually going anywhere. The freaking narrator. Looks like patterns on here. Do 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 do. This is actually really enjoyable. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. We've lost all sanity in the parable of Stanley. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. How long does this song go? It's changing though. The song's actually pretty decent for elevator music. And we went nowhere. Yay! What the hell? Oh well, that was fun. If that actually does go somewhere, let me know.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation.
Wait.
But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad
that's
contained
why.
a terrible secret
I was
that
putting
lay
it
buried
wrong.
below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
I love that.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Calming New Age music to relax to. Stanley Parable, let's play with Andrew.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly
And
walked
rejuvenated.
forward into the opened passageway.
Alright. Well, this is all places we've been before. Loading, loading, loading. I know what you might be thinking. What can be different this time, Andrew? What are you doing? You've seen this all before. And it's true.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read,
Let's actually
"Mind
escape
Control
this time."
Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Let's see if I will.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I love the
This point,
fluorescent
Stanley
lights.
was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Well, I did this earlier where I kept jumping off things, so let's go jump to my death. Woo! Oh god. Loading. Loading, loading. The end is never loading. And if it feels like I'm not sure what's going on, it's because it is. I don't know, I'm really excited. Oh, wow. Oh. Huh?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise,
Oh dear lord, I actually might die. What?
Whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow
Wait.
vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he
Ooh.
resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh dear lord, it was fun, everyone. What?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led
What?
helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
What?
In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
What? That was unexpected. The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What
Whoa.
exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
I don't know.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
Whoa.
Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Whoa. Office layout? This is the blueprint, shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Huh. Nature paintings. The hell is this? The pacing of the opening section was important to get right. The corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the 2 doors in a good time. Well, that makes sense. The 2 doors. The set of 2 doors open was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged from an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction of this room posed. That's really cool. The office. Button sounds. Selections of sound used throughout the game are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and synthesized tone. Credits. The Office computers. Is this the real credits? The Stanley Parable credits. Written and designed by Davey Redden and William Pooh. Additional level design Colin Eddings and Jack Parsons. Programming Jesus Higares. Sound design Robin Arnott, Eduardo Ortiz. And the impeccable narration of Kevin Brightening as the narrator. That's awesome. So, is this like the true ending? Like the real ending? I don't know. Boss's office. The freaking development of it. Wow. Screens from the development of the boss's office. Office clock. It's just like, it's like a weird museum for the Stanley Parable. Employee lounge. Underground. An early version of the underground portion of the game. What is this? Narration outtakes. Kevin Brightening, the voice of the narrator, recorded dialogue. The entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. These clips are from early takes. Is there a way to hear them better? Not really. Okay, what is the... Is there an end to this? It seems not meaningless, but I don't really know what else is there going to be. Freedom ending. This was the very first incarnation of the freedom ending in the game's alpha. Huh. Countdown desk. One of the desks from an early version of the countdown ending. Freedom ending. This is the freedom ending wow. So that was it in beta. Monitor room elevator. For a time, the room in the monitor could go up or down, with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when the players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down, and then placed the 2 endings together instead of... Oh, okay, that makes sense. The countdown room. Exit. Game design mock-up. This is a level that William and the level designer sent Davey, the writer, as a kind of audition piece. The strength of this level got William hired to design the full game. Though much of the environment has changed, the basic layout of the mock-up is still there. That's cool. So I guess we're just seeing kind of the behind the scenes things. Stanley's office. From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office. The first was created in November 2011, second in March 2012, and the third in February 2013. So this is what it was going to look like. More they added to it. And then kind of more like the final one. That's cool. This is the office we know. This is actually pretty cool to see, honestly. I'm guessing this is just like a game design aspect, the lounge. An early version of the lounge. The office. More endings, fewer endings. More narrators, fewer narrators. More Stanley, less Stanley. These are the screenshots of the Stanley Parable HD remix. The point of the Stanley Parable HD remix to win. Am I going crazy? Maybe this isn't the same image. Was that clock there before? I don't remember. How do I go back? Can you check for me? The point of the Stanley Parable HD remix is to lose. Larger words. Greenlight. In September 2012, we submitted the Stanley Parable to the Greenlight. Valve's process of approving games for Steam. The Greenlight page had only a series of cryptic totals, which were still enough to win the community's approval. That's amazing. Warzone. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient that would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of the people who like shooters, which was not our intention. That's actually really cool, though. I wonder what that ending would have actually been like. Kind of want to play it. And if you can play it, let me know. Maintenance room, an early version of the maintenance room. I love that copy machine. I think that's everything in this, like, maybe archive? I'm not sure. This was an interesting take on something I didn't see happening. Wait. I missed something. Okay. Option 1. Doorway to maintenance in the lounge. Oh, it's showing us the choices. 2 options. Lounge, you can go to the maintenance. Disobey, first choice. Obey. Lounge, disobey. Obey. Huh. That's cool. The flow of the hallways following the first 2 doors was important to get right, since players will replay them so many times. We discussed a number of designs, but ultimately it was the simplest version that won out. Meeting room. Still more to look at. Zending levers. These levers were originally part of the Zending. The player would pull a lever, the narrator described the color they had pulled. Huh. That's weird. Zending model. The Zending went through many iterations. This room represents the 4th version of the ending we thought about completely, but decided to abandon and change it shortly before it launched. Escape menu. For a long time, we had an early ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized this was what they were supposed to do, which was very frustrating for everyone. Huh. What's down here? Trailers. We ran 4 major teaser trailers over the course of the game's development, each meant to convey something about the spirit of the game. This is the first one released in May 2012 and features a series of broken rooms, the voice of the narrator informing viewers preparing and I don't want to show that due to copyright. Not sure if that counts or not, so better safe than sorry. It's a great motto when it comes to it. So, I guess it's time to leave. I don't see much more I can explore. I can even find the exit. Oh, wait. Narrator emails. After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we initially planned these in further promotional tiers, we never found perfect use for them. Are these actual emails? Let me know. That's really cool. This whole place is really odd. This episode took so many random turns, so many things I didn't expect. Oh, here's the exit.
Oh, look at these 2. How they wish to destroy one another.
What?
How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Well then. Stanley Parable is now on. Off.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me.
What?
You can still save these 2. You can stop the program before they
What?
fail. Push
Was that
escape
real?
and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now. It'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
I think that had a lot of truth to it. The only way to beat the game is to quit it. I think that's going to be it for this episode. That's going to be it for today. Let me know, were those real emails? What did you think of that random archive room, I'm going to call it? I don't really know the name of it. What do you think of the achievement for 430? Clicking it 5 times, and of course, what do you think about the mind control room? I'm curious to all of that. Let me know what ending you'd like to see next. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for your time, and as always, I hope you have a great day. Oh my God!
Stanley, is this any
Oh my God!
the one thing you've always
I'm sorry.
game I had absolutely
Oh my God.
nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley.
This is Minecraft. Are you kidding me?
Well, I'll say this.
What
I'm
the
done
hell?
making things for you.